Benjamin Ayres, you're the alumni. This is the Professor's Lounge at Romance University. Got some new questions. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. The first one comes from Ellie, which I like. I might spend some time on this one. Hello, Ben. These classes are fun and interesting to attend to. Hello to you, and thank you. I appreciate you being here, Ellie. This question is action related. Two examples come to mind from Chronicle Mysteries. I missed that show. I love that show. In the third movie, your character saves Allison from a car that is trying to run you both over. In the first, you catch her after falling from a platform while she's hanging midair. How do you go about filming these kinds of scenes? First, I'm going to tell a little story to everybody. I remember that hanging scene clearly. That was our first movie. And I remember I'm going to talk a little bit about my own insecurities right here, okay? Oftentimes on set, we will have what's called EPK, electronic press kit. So they come on set while you're filming and they kind of get behind the scenes stuff and you just talk about your characters and the world and what you're doing. And at that point, I wasn't that familiar with it. I hadn't done a bunch of it. I'd done a little bit on Saving Hope, and Allie Sweeney is an absolute rock star when it comes to EPK. The reason I'm bringing this up is because I'm reminded while we were shooting that scene, we had EPK on set. And I remember them asking us questions and like Allie would just roll with it. And I think she felt like she was doing all the talking. So she was like, and Ben? And honestly, I sort of didn't feel that comfortable doing it. Like, I love the process of acting, but being on camera, just talking about the characters and stuff like that is not something I enjoy it now, but I did not really have the experience and just kind of found it awkward, to be honest. It's an awkward part of the job. Like, you're there doing one thing and then you're promoting it while you're doing it. And that you've never experienced it, so it's kind of hard to explain, but either you love doing it or you don't, or experience you get better. And that is one of those things for me that with experience, I just got better doing it. But I recall feeling very self-conscious with Allie because she has had a ton of experience. She's been in the industry a long time and she was really good at it. And I was like, I'm not coming prepared with stories to tell. Are you? Or are you just kind of riffing here? There we go. I'm just going to tell you, that's how I felt. I feel better now telling you, but I also feel better just doing it and riffing and kind of figuring out as I go. I didn't understand that every movie did that. And I don't think I had done it on my other two. That was really like my third Hallmark movie. And it was one of our first days shooting. So that was a really fun scene to shoot. She falls over, I grab her on time. She had to wear a full harness with a very strong wire that went up to this lift that was able to kind of like drop her down and pick her up. So the way that scene would be shot, of course, we've got limited days and a limited budget. So they actually built that platform, which was pretty cool. And then they had a breakaway piece of like the railing that would break away. So she leans on it, then you cut to her. She had a stunt double that would fall a little bit, then they'd catch her. So you'd have that, and then you would edit, and then me reaching, and then our hands doing this, and then her dangling and pulling. So it's all just done through quick edits. But it was scary for her to be hanging there and me to be holding on and then pull her up. But it was also extremely exciting. There was a beautiful waterfall. We were, out in the middle of BC, and it was such a beautiful day. And it was exciting. It was an exciting scene to film. We were like, okay, we're doing something a little different here. I mean, we really tried to do something. I really was excited when I got a call to do the Chronicle Mysteries because, Allie had already been doing one and she wanted to try something different. And it kind of really made sense. Like, she's a podcaster, I'm a journalist, and they cracked these cold cases together. They were more complicated than some of the ones that Hallmark had done in the past, a little bit darker. We wanted it to be about their relationship, more about their working relationship that slowly turns into more of a romantic relationship. And I think the fans really enjoyed it. And also it was so different at first that it took a while for everybody to get used to the tone of it, because it was so different from the other movies. And then we started to get into more of the relationship. But I wish we had more time to shoot a few, multiple of those movies, because we had some great ideas, some really good ideas that were, we thought we were going to film. And then the car scene was great, because we had to do that over and over again. We had stunt doubles that did it. And then of course, you see us, the car comes, 2 stunt doubles do that, and then it cuts to us on the ground. So I basically land with her on top of me, and then we have that little moment. They're very exciting to do. And when you see the stunt team come in and do what they do, I'm telling you, it is very, very impressive. And we're not a big blockbuster Marvel movie, they're still doing just falling on the ground, running and falling on the ground. I don't want to do that. That would hurt me. And they all have injuries. These stunt people, I remember I did this short film with Peter Benson. It was kind of where we met. It was called Crazy Late. And it's an 8-minute, one take. We shot it multiple times. We rehearsed it over and over again. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because there was an actor on it, one of the stunt guys, because there's like a stunt. Peter Benson's essentially late for his own wedding. He gets a phone call, "Oh shit, I'm late." And we're kind of like hungover from like a crazy stag the night before. And he's like, "You go," he basically tells me, "You go get the tuxes and I'll go find the ring," whatever it was. And I got to meet him with the tuxes. We put them on, then we run and we get to the wedding in time, and he marries Julia. So as we're doing it, he's running through this neighborhood and ends up getting into a fight with these 2 guys. And one of those guys, I remember him telling me that he can only run straight, because every time if he's running just in his life, and if he turns too quickly, his knee dislocates, because he's broken it and dislocated it so many times. Shoulders, elbows, knees. And the other thing that happens is they get all these injuries, but they're not allowed to say on set that they've had an injury. So even if they're hurt, they just go, "No, I'm fine." And then they deal with it after, and they will continue to do it. They are the real heroes on these movies. Absolutely. We just do the little that part of the fall, and then do the sexy little moment, You really feel like you do nothing when they arrive, and then they do their job, and you're like, "Ooh, okay. We'll just be over here watching you guys get hurt, and then we'll just go in there." Anyway, lots of stuff there for you guys to think about. I've said a few things. It's fun though when you get the chance. We don't always get to do stunts, so it's pretty cool when we get to be involved with them. But really what's exciting is to watch the stunt people do it. Thank you for that question. Class is dismissed.